guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been super long and I haven't made a video in quite some time. I've had a few requests on some videos and this is me trying to bring it to you. So these videos would be a series. As the title shows, it's wanting to migrate to Canada. So I'm going to share my journey with you guys and share my experience. Now, as a disclaimer, I am not a registered immigration consultant or anything like that. So this is just me sharing my experience and maybe it can help you along your way. Yes, my bird is chirping in the background. So yeah, you want to move to Canada. I have my notes right next to me, so I'll be looking to the side just to remember what I have to tell you guys. Make sure we get all key information in there. Okay, so let's jump right in. So I am from the Caribbean, namely Trinidad and Tobago. When I spent time trying to find more information about migrating to Canada, there are like hundreds and thousands of videos online, but I felt as though most of the persons who were applying or giving information were from countries like India and Nigeria and that side of the world. There are very few from the Caribbean. So I wanted to add my Caribbean touch to the journey and maybe help out other Trinis and Caribbean persons interested in migrating to Canada. So there are many pathways to migrate to Canada. There are over 80 options or 80 pathways. However, today we are going to discuss express entry, which if by now, if you are interested in migrating to Canada, I'm sure you would have heard of the term. Now, express entry, there are many videos available. So I'm just going to try to make this as short and sweet as possible with just the facts so that I also don't bore you guys because I know of the amount of information that is available out there. So I am most familiar with express entry because it's the pathway that I chose. So you would want to enter the express entry pool. The ultimate goal is to become a permanent resident of Canada. There is a free assessment tool to see your CRS score, which I'll place down below, which is basically like your rank to see how well you would fit inside of the express entry pool and if you would receive an invitation to apply to go to Canada. So the tool will be linked down below so you guys can just see upfront where you would stand on that scale, basically. So the express entry is a two-step process basically. So the first step of the process, you submit your information such as like your educational assessment report, which you would get from WES. You would also submit your language test results, your IELTS results, which is what I did, and also your passport or travel document information. And when you enter all of this information, again, I would link below the website for this. You would ultimately get your CRS, your final score, and see how you rank in the express entry pool. The second phase of this process is you waiting to receive an ITA. When you have your final CRS score and you're in the express entry pool, waiting for an invitation can be a bit frustrating, especially if your score is a bit lower. So the Canadian immigration actually have these draws which they hold, I think, twice per month. And once you have a score above a certain number, average, let's say 460, you are basically invited to apply for permanent residency, and this requires you to submit a bit more information. I do want to add though that sometimes the scores for these draws, they vary, they can go up or down by a bit. But it's good to aim for the highest score possible. And if you also receive a provincial nomination, then you get like 600 extra points added to your account. But that's for another video. I do apologize for the background noise, but it was quiet all day and all of a sudden everyone is active outside. Anyways, so yeah, so for the second part of the express entry process, this second phase, you're required to submit more documentation, and this comes in the form of like police certificate clearance. You also have to do a medical, proof of funds from your bank or financial institutions, reference letters, job letters. All of that information is basically building like your entire case to submit for approval for permanent residence in Canada. When you do receive your invitation to apply and you have to submit all of these documents, they do give you a 60-day time frame in which you have to submit all of this information. Now, it is important to note that the Express Entry Program has three categories, which is the Federal Skilled Worker, Federal Skilled Tradesperson, and there's also the CEC, which is the Canadian Experience class. I believe that is for persons who have Canadian work experience. So again, it is wise to use the tool online to see which category is the best fit for you, and it will be linked below. Also, another thing to note is that when you create your Express Entry profile, it is valid for 12 months. Now, if it expires or it closes off at the end of the 12 months, you can feel free to create a new Express Entry profile, so that's fine. But we do hope that we get an invitation within the first year that we do apply. So, fingers crossed. Just upfront, as some of you guys may ask in terms of cost. So I'm just going to list out a few items with the average cost for when you're thinking about applying or creating your Express Entry profile. So the IELTS, which is the English exam, which I took here in Trinidad and Tobago, it was done at UWI at the time, and that's average 2,100 TT dollars. Then there's the educational credentials assessment report that you request from WES, which is World Educational Services, and that is average 200 Canadian, which basically is you obtaining your transcripts and certificates from all of your universities. It's submitted to WES, and they would do a report on the equivalency for Canadian education. And then there's the medical, which you would do once you get an ITA, and the average is about 1,600. Yes, so 1,600 TT. And then there's the police certificate, which is averaged between 20 to 50 TT dollars here in Trinidad. I'm not too sure of the cost. You would know best in your home country in the Caribbean or elsewhere. Additionally, when you're submitting your entire profile after you receive the ITA, you also have to prove your funds. They call it POF or proof of funds. Just an idea, again, you can get this information on the Canadian Immigration website, but I did single out a few digits for you. So for a single person, the required proof of funds is 14,000 Canadian for a single person. For two persons, it's 16,000 Canadian, and for three persons, that's you and your two dependents, it's 21,000 Canadian. Now, you would have to prove this by your bank statements, your savings statements, or whatever from your banks or your financial institutions to submit to the Canadian Immigration on your profile so that they can see that you can afford to move and settle within Canada. So that's basically all of the information I have for now in this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me anything down below. Again, I'm just speaking on my experience and trying to share as much as possible so that it can assist you in your journey. I have a few other videos within this series, if you want to call it, that I would go a bit deeper in on the topic as time progresses. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was helpful. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you guys in another video soon. Bye.